Hi, everybody. Hi. I see Yasmina's here. Yasmina, I have some cards down for you. So already. And Izzy, hi. So we'll be waiting for Maddie, but I'm going to go ahead and start readings. So let's go over the rules. So in the description has all our rules, and if you're going to participate, you have read them. Okay. So you need to be 18 or older to get a reading. No legal pleas, no medical. That includes pregnancy. Let's see. No proper names in your comments or your posts. We bring up your post, your comment, and then we do the reading from there. But we won't accept it if there's anybody's name in there. Okay. So but anyway, we're waiting for see if Maddie is going to come in the next couple minutes. But I do have Yasmina down right now. So I do tarot. I can do April, May, and June. A look at 3 months. I can look at like the month of April, something like that, or general type of thing. Hi, Valletta. How are you? So it's Wisdom Wednesday. So we'll see if we can be wise today and give you some good answers to your questions. So usually I like to get out the dice for this, but I'm going to be doing that. I have a private reading later, so I'm going to be doing all the bells and the whistles and the mediumship, which is going to be fun. So what's new with you guys? Anything? Anything? We have a beautiful day here in San Diego, like 80 degrees, so it's just been really great. Hi, Carlos. How are you? Everything's good here. Just tax time for me. So I've been doing taxes. And I'm like really glad I just finished them. But anyway, thank you for sharing, Carlos. We appreciate that. As always, you always do that for us. I'm going to go ahead and start, though, and Maddie will just pop in, okay? Yasmina, you wanted to know, let me bring you up, career and finance. Um, Gosh, you got the best cards for your career. As far as finances go, I'm going to tell you, I get more success things than I do looking at money here. But let me go ahead and start. The first card that I have for you does seem to be stuck, like I'm not going anywhere or I don't have control type of thing. So don't ever be stuck. Always know what your goal is, go for it and keep walking forward, okay? But I get very, very stuck. I don't know. I think that you might be thinking about going on a trip, getting like I want to get going on something or go on a trip, maybe have an adventure. Um, Possibly you will, but right now I feel like it's in the early stages of just thinking about it. I get more paranormal activity or psychic ability coming for you in the future, by the way. So don't be surprised if you do communicate at night with the other side. And yeah, I think it's going to be a little ways off, but I think that you're going to get like a bump in that where you're going to like get a bump up to more psychic ability. So I love that. Now you have the talent card in the fourth position, which is a big meaning. When I get the talent card, I go, oh, you get some success here and that and the other. This one means that you've always had a talent or you could always do something really good. You get a lot of emotional joy and success from something that you do. So tells me that you are talented and that you will always be. When I get this, sometimes I'm talking to celebrities, or accomplished fine artists, things like that. But I think you do something really well. And I think that is what's going to be with you for the rest of your life and really give you the joy, that you are seeking. So when we talk about career, I get a wish come true. So something coming that you want. Involved on your career path, I get a very ambitious male, which is good. He can motivate and also he can he's steeped in business practices, maybe educated to that, so it can be very helpful to you. I get you receiving your award, something that you want comes in. I get my card of huge success, And I get the world card. The world card means that you are going to reach, achieve your goals. You're going to get all the really great things that you want out of life. You're going to make a change for the better in your home, your career. You're going to get your desires. Maybe you're going to see the world. So there you go. I mean, you have the best cards here. They're just one after the other. They're really great. The last card, though, because just says that there's some challenging times when it comes to your career and everything. It's hard to go forward sometimes, and you're hanging in there. Always manifest for what you want. If you want a change, if you want a promotion, whatever it is, use that commanding energy where you say, universe, I want, out loud, and you speak it out, and then be in gratitude. But use that, because I do see some challenges ahead for you in when it comes to your career. But everything is so good. It really, really, really is good. And look forward to that great boost in psychic ability and communication with the other side in the future. And that's what I have for you, Yasmina. Okay. Now let me tell you, I went through the rules, and so the rest of it is that we have these are free readings, and we're loving doing this for you. If anyone feels they want to tip anybody, Maddie or myself, our pay links are live in the description. And I think I always do this wrong. There, going across the screen. And Maddie should be here anytime. And Marianne, hi from New York City. Hi, Kim. Hi, Lilianne. It's a pretty name. Nia, hi. I'm going to go back up and look at the top. I decided I'd be all ready to do a reading, so that was kind of fun to get that done. We broke the ice. Let me go down and see. Okay, Izzy, here we go. I will do that. Hello. This is going to take me a minute. I'm going to connect to your energy, and I'm going to put some cards out. Please share the show so we can get some people in here, and we'll get Maddie in here any minute. All right. I'm going to connect your energy right now. Okay, Izzy. Love life and career path. Well, we'll see what comes up. Okay. We'll see what comes up. Sometimes if you ask for just one of those, then you can get more information, but we're going to ask whatever they need to tell you, or your love life and career path. Thank you. Let me take the cards right now, and I will be right with you. All right, I'm going to flip them over in just a second. All right. You got the psychic ability, Izzy. I get psychic ability for you. Oh, you got a good card. Let's see. Oh, you have some big cards here. Izzy, you come up with this. I keep bumping the desk. Sorry, I can see my laptop boggle. Izzy, you have a great card of success. This represents you. It's my big success card. This is who you are. That's what you want to do. And I love that energy. But you have the High Priestess card over you. That's a high psychic ability. So my goodness, start communicating with the other side, and going with your intuition all the time. And it's the second card, which is really kind of energy crossing over you, but I say that's what you got. High psychic ability. Develop it, use it. It's really, really strong. I get you entering in a partnership in the future. I feel like it's going to be really good. Now, I don't know if you got betrayed in the past, or there's something about a secret or something about betrayal in the past. I'm glad it's in the past, okay? But something's going on. Maybe somebody wasn't telling you something, trying to take something or trying to do something behind your back, but I get this in the past position. You know what? No matter what I tell you, I want you to know this. You're going to end up just absolutely fine in life. Over a lifetime, I get success, good relationship, family, good, everything good, good. Okay. And I get a lot of money, by the way. And so I want to tell you that before I go on to the next. All right. I do feel like there's going to be an ending. I don't know if you're going to quit or break up or something, but I do get we're done. It's over, something like that. We're finished. Um, you're going to leave something and it's a good thing. All right. I do get an entrepreneurial card for you. So if you want to do your own business or something on the side, I get a lot of, really good energy, and I get a lot of success with that. And also, I get a very money-minded woman. So that could be you or someone else. If it's someone else, then they'll come in and they'll help you with finances and stuff like that. But there is going to be a time when I see this, cutting off, finish, we're done, where you're just going to go and sit down. And I think it was a little uncomfortable. So you're going to go ahead and kind of work out what you want to do, new goals, new path to go on, and figure it out. Okay. So I think you'll have some big decisions to make after that. I do have coming in a very money-minded male, kind of a match for the money-minded female. So on your path in some priority is this person that likes money, but probably good with it, probably can give good advice about it. And that's what I have for you. Hi, Maddie.
That was lovely. The end of it. Then I
Oh,
caught.
are you? I can't. I got to turn up my volume. Sorry.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can.
There you
I
go.
just had it up. I've done 2 readings. I'm
Okay.
getting stuff done.
Happy Wisdom Wednesday.
Wisdom Wednesday. How are you doing?
I'm lovely. Hi, everybody.
And you have cards tonight?
Yes, I do. I got my power, Archangel Power Tarot card. And I'll
Okay.
also be using the Prism Oracle and some charms tonight.
I love the charms.
Me too. They're fun.
Yeah. Well, we're doing good here. We've gotten a couple people done. Yasmina and Izzy, and I'm going to pick someone else out.
Okay,
But I just doing the tarot, and then April, May, and June, 3 months, or just April if you want that. Hi, seashells.
Hi,
So,
everybody.
we've got that.
Bye.
Did you get? Did you get them gone?
I'm gonna do it right now.
Okay. Okay, thank you.
You don't need none of that.
Yeah, actually, I banned them before, and there was a lot of, bad juju that I saw online, really
Okay.
bad stuff. So I'll have to go and just try to, they spoof, different things and they come back. So we'll just have to try to figure that one out.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's annoying, but I'm glad they're gone.
Yeah.
All right, let's see. Well, I'm gonna go ahead
Oh,
and.
back! It's back.
Jeez, how do they do that?
I don't know. I'll go take. You know what? If they're there, I'm going to go take care of you. Okay, give me why don't you talk and I will go see if I can't take care of that real fast.
Okay, no problem. So, hello everybody. As you already know, it's Wisdom Wednesday, and I'm sure Debbie already said all this, but please go ahead and subscribe to our channels and make sure you thumbs up the video on YouTube. So that's youtube.com/@MattyTarot and youtube.com/@PsychicFixes. You must be 18 or older to get a reading. I'm going to select somebody right now. Let's see. We don't do any medical or legal as well. Let's see. I'm at the top. You said you already did, Jasmina? Debbie? I don't think Debbie can hear me. That's okay. Okay. We're gonna do Kim. Hi, Kim. All righty. Let's see. I'm gonna pull some from the Archangel Power Tarot because it is Wisdom Wednesday, you know. So we're gonna get guidance from the other side. What do we have for Kim? Show me. Okay. You got the King of Ariel here. I'll let you know what that means in a moment. You've got the High Priestess. Lovely. And you've got the Three of Ariel. And then the Moon at the bottom of the deck. Okay, so I do see this is marked mainly by emotion, intuition, and monetary gain, or some sort of drive in the physical toward something financial, some sort of status, or material, material gains. So I do see you working very hard toward a goal here. You're being asked to understand that you may not be at the point you want to be at right now, but a sense of accomplishment is coming for you, and there is something you're going to be very successful in the endeavor you're in at this time. There is it's professional success, financial success, some sort of success comes, and you feel accomplished. Your plans are working out very well, essentially. So stay on track. You're on the right track. I have here that you have some sort of insight or intuitive message that's been trying to come through. There's something is calling you to do a bit of reflection and meditate at this time. You're being asked to maybe do some introspection or meditate. That will provide you with some valuable information here. So find a place where you can be at peace for these insights to come through. It has to do with what you love. So you may be at this time putting a lot of effort and energy into something that you know is the safe road, and there's something calling you that you want to do, that you love, but you're worried because what if that doesn't work out, or what if that doesn't provide me with stability? What if I can't pay the bills with that? What if that doesn't what if I'm not successful in that? So you're being asked to really meditate on that and see what emotions, what self-limiting beliefs are holding you back from that endeavor, because there is some sort of growth here that you're being called toward, and this is in regard to a creative process, maybe something artistic. I'm not really sure. You might know what it is, but you have a lot of anxiety around this. So anxiety came out here. This is an opportunity to improve your plans. So emotions exist for a reason. They are actually very useful tools for us to be able to react and respond to the environment around us, and stay regulated, and to meet our goals, and go forth in our plans. So I mean, they're very, very complex, and we can utilize them to our advantage. There's no emotion that's negative or bad. It's simply they simply just are. So there's a function for each of them and a purpose. And anxiety is to kind of, that nervousness keeps you, it just mean all it simply means is that you're afraid of losing something that you love, that you care deeply for. You're afraid of it not being what it is in the moment, or losing your connection to it, or losing touch with it. So Or it could mean that you want it to work out. You want something to work out well. And so when we have these self-limiting beliefs, and we want something to work out, and then we have a self-limiting belief telling us that, well, I can't do that. I'm probably not going to be successful at that. There's this cycle that happens where we kind of just keep ourselves stuck in one place, and we put ourselves in our own little box. And so anxiety is trying to tell you that, there's something that you're wanting, and you want it to work, and you want it to be successful. And so you should go for it, because failure is just failure is just a detour, essentially. The only person that fails is the person that sits down and gives up and says, I can't do it. Well, they are willfully choosing to fail. So continuing forward and just viewing failure as a detour on your path to success, that's how any successful person has ever become successful. So just keep that in mind. And you can use these things these emotions to your advantage. So there's something about working with others here. So maybe sharing your ideas, not too much though. Don't share so much that somebody, steals them. Make sure you have a trusted source, and that you trust the people you're sharing with. But essentially listen to your intuition, and it will give you accurate guidance. You need to face your fears though. So if there's something, that little voice that tells you something that says, do this, and then you follow it up immediately with the thought of, no, that's crazy. I can't do that. That was your intuition talking, and then your ego came in with its self-limiting beliefs and its inner critic, and bashed the idea down, and convinced you otherwise. So the intuition is trying to lead you toward your most highest self, your greatest self. It's that voice that typically comes and it's like, that was a crazy thought. That it's trying to tell you something. So you need to find balance between these two. And you need to find balance between anxiety and determination. And I'm going to pull one more card. And trust. You have to trust. Trust in the process. Trust in yourself. I don't know if you're spiritual or religious or whatever it is, whatever you believe in. I'll say that I personally believe in God. So, it does state that the universe was spoken into existence. And so, simply the power of sound and the power of our voice, the power of words. We are a product of what we think and speak and do. And so, affirm that everything that comes out of your mouth or even out of your mind is resonating on a frequency in the universe, and that is being corresponded with and responded to. And there's something sent back in regard to it, or in correspondence with it. So trust in that, and start really fine-tuning the way you speak about yourself, about your plans, about your goals, about, really tame that inner critic in there. Because I personally refer to my inner critic as the bitch that nobody invited. So when it starts talking and trying to tear me down or say something, I tell it to shut the F up. And I'm like, who invited? I'm like, nobody invited you. Like, get out of here. Nobody, your opinion is irrelevant. Nobody invited you. I don't even think, if you think about it, those inner critic thoughts are only the ways that other people at some point in life made you feel because of whatever happened. And then you were convinced that that is your identity. And so if you think about it, you didn't even come up with those thoughts that the inner critic has. You didn't make them up. Other people's behavior toward you is what created them. So they're not even your thoughts. It's the bitch that nobody invited. Tell it to leave. Get out of here. Nobody wants you. Bye. Close the door. That's what I do with mine. It works really well. So you got to trust in the process, trust in yourself, find balance, face your fears, and go for it. And that's all I have for you this evening.
Well, that was great. I just thought of something, Matty. I would like to tell, when the people are posting your requests, really redo them kind of fast and everything. If you make it like, I want to look at this and this and this and this and this, you're just going to get a general reading. So for me, if you're going to ask of me, please just make it one request, okay? And so we can get a lot of information on that one thing. And I'm going to do Lily Ann. I think Lily Ann said she's new. You're new. Oh my goodness. And you are royalty. I love it. My tiara is somewhere. Where I don't know where I put it, but I do have one. Okay, what I've done for you, I've taken 10 cards, Liliane, and you're new. Well, I do tarot, so the first 4 cards are going to be about you, energy crossing over you, little glimpse of the future, and then the past. And then I'm going just to tell you what I see for you. I see that you want to know about career path. I did get that relationship. I don't have any information on that. Okay, the card that comes up for you though is the messenger of love, romance, and good news. So yes, you're all about wanting to know about that. Next time when you come in, ask for the loved one, the relationship one. I think that you want good news and money, and we will talk about money in a minute. I want to tell you in the future, I get the Ace of Cups, which is open heart, blessings, and joy. So this is when our heart is open for love to come in, relationships, and all of that. FYI, there's a little fertility on this card. So we have this for the future. Past position, you may just have gotten a little good news, which is great. Now, they're showing me that you're waiting for something to happen or waiting for some kind of results. But I do get for your career that you're going to get your desires and you're going to reach your goals. I feel like you're going to make big changes for yourself. And I do want to talk about a house because I believe that you're going to make this change in like a change for the better in your home. And I see a new home coming or fixing up a house. There's something really good about your home that's coming in. Now it shows me you're waiting for money or a specific amount or waiting for the money, waiting to make the money. So when I get this card, it means there is a wait for that amount. Make sure that you are manifesting for that amount to come in, okay? And then it shows me sit on the money. Don't spend the money, save the money. And then it shows me the house. So if that's your goal, manifest for that money to come in, watch your money, budget your money. But I do see a new change in the home coming. It's very, very good. The last card here is a little bit of not trusting what's ahead for you in the future. So make sure that you simply know what your goals are, even if it's a lot of them. Know what they are. They're right there in front of you and go after them. You never have to worry what's coming ahead when you keep your goals in front of you. And that's what I have for you.
That was beautiful.
It was lovely.
It was lovely.
Loverly.
All right, I've chosen Emma Gregory. And I'm still pulling cards, so pardon me.
Okay. Hi, Emma. Oh, from England. Thank you for watching.
Thank you for joining, Emma. Okay.
I'll be typing the next person that gets a reading. I'm going to be typing that in a post. So watch for the comments.
Okay, let's see. Okay, one more. Oh, I love that. All right. So, Emma. Hold on, let me fix this. This is like messing up. Okay. All right, Emma. Don't allow bumps in the road to hinder your success. That is what I'm getting here. And stay strong. I know. I really hate the message stay strong. Stay strong, stay strong. It's like, I'm tired of being strong. It's exhausting to have to stay strong all the time, right? Am I right? So just understand, I'm not saying that it almost feels how do you say? dismissive when someone's like, you just got to be strong. It's like, okay, well, thanks. That doesn't solve it. Like in my, you know? So I'm not saying it that way, but I am saying that you got to stay committed. You have to stay committed. And I think that takes a lot more than just strength. And there's, you know, commitment is seeing something through to the end, regardless of the obstacles that you face along the way. Now, of course, if it is coming in between you and your sanity or your, you know, your physical, emotional, mental health and all that, and it's a recurring issue, obviously that is different. So, but remaining committed to a cause, regardless of the challenges you face, and because you're going to overcome these challenges. I think you know exactly what I'm referring to. I'm not getting here what it's applying to in your life really. So I do apologize if that comes through, I will say. But there might be communication issues that are hindering you at this time, whether on your end or the other party. But typically, I like to say this, I don't like to point fingers. And I believe that communication is a two-way street. It takes two to tango, they say. And you cannot create a situation or a conversation. Well, I mean, you can talk to yourself all you want, but I mean, you're probably not having communication issues with yourself. You know what I mean? So, you know, you cannot create circumstances or a situation or a conversation without two people involving each other, like two people's involvement, right? So it's important to have balance. It's important to have respect, have patience. It's important to listen to each other. I'm actually going to pull from these cards I have real quick. Hold on one second. All right. I'm going to give you the rest of the reading in just a second. One second. Okay. All right. So these cards are designed to clear up communication issues. So I'm going to give you two right here. So it says, look at the bright side. It's easy to focus on the negative in a situation, and it is almost natural that we tend to immediately go there. Remember that there is something good hidden around every corner, under every surface, around every bend, and within every person. Anger is only a mask for pain. Speak your needs clearly. Okay, and then true colors. We tend to say that someone has shown their true colors when they get upset or angry without looking at the situation objectively. Just because someone gets mad does not make them abusive or toxic. We all get angry, but when it repeatedly goes too far, and especially if it is unwarranted or without any valid reason, then it becomes a character flaw. So understand, our emotions are valid. However, they're not always a reflection of reality. And someone may upset us because of whatever they said or how, however, that does not make them always abusive or toxic. We may have a disagreement with somebody, and that's okay. It would only be a character flaw or something about, that's behavior. Behavior is not their character, unless only when somebody learns how their behavior is harmful and how it impacts another person that they claim to care about, and they do nothing to change it. The needle doesn't move whatsoever. There's no progress, because these things don't change overnight. It takes time. So you can't expect someone to just immediately be better or do better or do something differently. You got to work with them and be patient and have grace for the times that they inevitably will mess up. So, but if there's no progress, the needle's not moving. That is when you can say, okay, this person literally does not care to change this, does not care how it impacts me. They're making no effort whatsoever. So that would be a character flaw on their end, that they seem to be telling you this fantasy about how much they care, but doing nothing to listen and show you and correspond to your request, or the things you need, and what you're communicating to them. So anyway, what I'm saying is, be mindful of this. Be mindful of your own emotions and how they may be affecting your view of another, because you need to do better to communicate these things in a way that's not so critical. Because it may make the other person feel as if you are tearing them down, and that's not your intention. You're simply trying to navigate your own emotional experience. So there is some sort of reflection, meditation needed, and to remain strong. Show strength and grace through kindness, self-confidence through forgiveness. That's really strong here. And when typically we're having communication issues with somebody, really it's because both people don't feel like they're being heard. So you want to approach the situation completely differently. It's very important to essentially view it like this, like opening the door for a team effort to solve and co-create a solution to a problem together. So coming at somebody saying you did this, it's probably not going to open that door. They're not going to feel like you're on their side. They're not going to feel like they're going to feel like they're being put down, and nobody likes to feel like they've done something like they're wrong, and nobody likes to feel like they're the problem or bad. And as much as it's fine in your mind if you think like, well, they're definitely at fault and they're definitely the one that did this. It's like, that's fine, but for the sake of the relationship, or the sake of the friendship, whatever it may be, I don't know who this is in your life, but for the sake of it, it does no good to point that out and point the finger. It's much better to, because you want to see you guys be successful, right? So name one person who was successful through it's proven in psychology and in school and in kids school. It's like, negative reinforcement doesn't work. It just creates better people who lie better, or people who get better at hiding things. They don't actually learn anything. The dog, if you hit a dog for peeing on the shoes or something, or on the floor, it doesn't not pee on the floor because it learned something. It just waits until you're not around to tear the shoes up and pee on things. It's only following because it's scared. It's not learning anything. So positive reinforcement is what teaches, and what brings about change, and it brings about shifts in the dynamic. So oftentimes when we want to change another person, we need to understand that we cannot change another person. We can only change our expectations, and we can change how we show up to the situation. So that's really important here. You got to shift the focus. Okay. The success and a solution comes from an objective compromise. So you gotta exercise self-control. You gotta exercise patience. You gotta exercise forgiving and healing energy. There will be success through this. And look, there's illumination. So you see the light, surrender to the whole of the circumstances. There's a surrender that needs to happen here. And the anger needs to be, okay, this is what it is. The light at the end of the tunnel happens after you surrender to the emotion of anger. And that doesn't mean you allow it to. So what you're doing right now, maybe this isn't you, maybe this has to do with the other person, but what you're doing is you're letting the anger dictate the reaction, the way you approach it. So the anger is coming through and it's running the show. You're not in control. Your anger is. You're actually very out of control when we let anger take over. What you need to do is surrender to this, surrender to the emotion, surrender and communicate through it. Surrender the Don't let it run you. And so I hope you get what I'm saying. I'm saying surrender to the emotion, but that's not what I mean. Don't let the emotion run you. You got to surrender to the whole of the circumstances. That's what I mean. And understand and take into consideration the many factors. You know, things aren't as black and white as they may seem. There's a lot of nuance that happens. So that's where, I mean, your happiness lies around that corner. And I believe this is with a male in your life because the Emperor is here. If it's not with a male in your life, then this is just saying that once that solution is found through this different approach, that's when stability comes. That's when the feeling, that's when you feel you took charge of the situation. You feel in control of your life. You are able to make ambitious plans forward, and you feel that stability from remaining, responding to the situation instead of reacting to it out of uncontrolled emotion. Okay. I hope that's resonated with you. That's all I have for you this evening. Thank you.
Well, I love your readings.
Thank you, Debbie.
Of course, random stuff goes through people's head, and I'm looking at, I'm doing Katie next, and I'm looking at that, and I'm listening to you. All of a sudden, it goes, I want some cheddar cheese. Like, okay, I do too.
I love it.
It's funny. I want to take this second to ask everybody, if you have not subscribed, liked, and all that stuff, please go to Matty Tarot on YouTube and give him all those little click ups, and also psychic fixes. That would be great.
Yes, yes, yes.
So, Katie, I've got cards for you. Katie, the first card that comes down seldom is this one, and it's a justice card. And the justice card, usually we're looking at legal things, court things and stuff like that. But it's my card for the right decisions is made. Like, really, like the right decision is made. So I just want to say the card representing you is that, and also the justice of what's right and wrong. Now, crossing over you in temporary energy is probably coming in a little bit later, but I see that you're going to be getting some money that's attached to you. It's not in your reading right now, but it's right there. So there could be money that needs to be paid back or something like that. So I see that, is probably coming in more in the future. The future cards are really good for you. I get you getting something that you want, like whatever you went and networked or whatever you put out there into the world is going to come back and be your reward. This is really good. And I'll tell you about the other good ones that are coming in just a minute. Past position was taking some time to think about memories, sweet memories, and different things about people and all of that. Maybe there was an anniversary or a time to sit down and remember someone, but that's what I have in the recent past. It shows me that money's going to come in on a regular basis with potential to grow. It does show me that you are going to be waiting to find out something. And I do get that you're going to have a loss. And I want to tell you that right up. I feel like that there's something that you're going to lose out on, type of thing. But I have good cards coming after that. So when you're waiting on something and you don't get it or something happens to it, I went and looked and said, what is this going on? And I do get that there'll be something happening where it'll just shake you up, give you a little uncomfortable enough to sit down and do something really good. And now what do I want out of life? Now what do I want to achieve? And this is good. You need to pivot to another path. So what comes in for you, Katie, is like a new stream of money, a new job, a new project. But I want to go more like a new job because I get a partnership that's going to be really super good. Some kind of agreement working with someone. It's going to be a very strong, intelligent, very, very smart male. And I get that you come down as justice. Well, he has this theme of justice in his lifetime of what's right and wrong. Sometimes these guys become really great judges or attorneys, or they're very capable. They could do whatever they want, but they have that theme in their life. I get very smart. I get very strong opinions. I get like very much a speaker. So that person will come in with some kind of agreement with money with you. So even though you're going to get a loss over something that you were waiting on, I get that this steps in, and it's a good thing. Okay. You'll get new goals and new desires and all that going. And then you have this opportunity. And that's what I have for you.
That was lovely.
Thank you.
Beautiful. Oh gosh, hold on one second.
So you guys, again, we have tip links. We all like a nice cup of coffee. I make my instant coffee. I need to like go to Starbucks. Oh. And
All
I'll
right,
be looking for a person. I'll type it in the comments.
I chose, where'd she go? Here we go. Kim Bracken. Hi, Kim. So, Kim, in order to get context of what I'm seeing here, and I just have a question. Are you currently, what's your current relationship status? Are you currently grieving the loss of someone or someone from the past that, not like so recent, but like within the, I mean, within the past few years, maybe 5, but, are you still working to get over something like that? Or maybe this was a divorce, or maybe, or are you currently in a new relationship? Are you dating? I just have that would clarify a lot here. Okay, your mother. Oh, okay, that's what I see. Okay. Alrighty, let me see. Okay. All right, thank you for clarifying that. 1 second. No relationship. Okay, that makes sense. Okay. Okay. So I did May, June, July for you for the 3-month you had earlier asked for. So in May, there's something that so I believe it has to do with your mother that you just said. But there was some sort of loss, and you're really working hard to still, like, obviously you're holding on to this, you're holding on to the great memories, but it's becoming, as each day passes, it's becoming more, how do you say, you're finding your groove again, and how to kind of you're finding acceptance slowly but surely. At times you feel like you have found acceptance, and then there's times where it just doesn't feel like you have at all. So there's, they say time heals all wounds, but I want to say this: time only heals all wounds if you do the inner work. And so sitting around and just leaving it all to time is not going to heal the wound. The only way the wound gets healed is to let it breathe. And so you got to bring it to the surface. And a lot of times we avoid pain, and it's hard to, we live in this society that kind of banishes it. So it's like, you're out somewhere, or, you're with friends, and they mean well when they say things like, oh, cheer up, or, that like the person means well, but really it's like, in a messed up, in a way, it's in a cynical way, kind of. It's kind of like, oh gosh, your emotions are making me uncomfortable. Put those away. Like, have fun. So it's like, and nobody wants to be the how do you say, the downer, or the person bringing down everyone's mood, or being the burden, putting their feelings on other people, or making it their problem. So obviously some people care to hear it, and all that, but what I'm getting at is, we tend to just learn from the nature of our society that we need to avoid these emotions and push them away, and we do it on our own too when we're at home, or when we, through our healing process, and through the time it takes to heal these wounds and get over it, we're doing this avoidance dance and pushing it away. And so you gotta really stop doing that. You gotta allow it to come through. And I'm sure there are times when you do. However, when you get, so I don't know, the message I'm getting is when you give, you also receive, but I'm trying to see how that applies here. Like maybe when you give in, that's when you receive the blessing or the insight or the epiphany, if you will. However, there's some sort of, nobody likes change, but actually some people like change. But what I'm saying here is like certain changes, they're hard to deal with, and there may be some sort of resistance that you're facing due to this change. And so I do see May being a breakthrough month for you, though. So that's really good. And look at that, cleanse. So there's some sort of heavy energy emotionally that is cleansed in the month of May. In June, there's a lot of introspective work you're doing. I see that there might be a situation or some sort of topic of conversation that comes up that, oh, I see your comment here. Time seems that it is making it worse. Kim, I understand. Yeah. And Kim, that's because and I'm so sorry. It's because you might be avoiding the inner work. So over time, when we're avoiding something, it tends to get worse. You know, think about it. If you just ignore your problems, they don't go away, and they tend to pile up and get right on your heels, you know, and so they follow us around, and it becomes this sometimes, you know, there's the thing that it's like, oh, I should have checked that, I should have done something about that, but I didn't, and now it's this huge cluster F of a mess. It's like our emotions work in the same way, and when we aren't allowing ourselves to express those things or let them out, or to feel them, simply giving yourself the permission to feel it is like, I know you don't want to feel it, but the only way out is through it. You know, view yourself as a body of water, and these emotions are air bubbles, right? And what happens when you shake like a soda, carbonated water, and all the air bubbles are not allowed to get out? It's like, that's what happens with our emotions. So you might have these explosive moments or mood swing moments where it's just like really low lows and then like high highs, and they come out of nowhere. Or you just over time don't really understand why you're feeling the way you're feeling, but you know you don't feel good. It's like that's a product of unaddressed, unexpressed emotion. So our feelings are really important, and they do need to be acknowledged. And so that, you know, the time can heal this wound if you allow it to, and if you allow yourself to feel those feelings, and even the unpleasant ones. And I know that's difficult to do. And the trick is, though, to not identify with them. So witness, don't identify. That's really important. And understand that. Oh, hold on.
You have a jumper?
Yeah. Look at that. Understand that emotions are temporary. Transformation happens when you do this, death. So the death card is not referring to death itself. It refers to a rebirth. It refers to transformation. It refers to growth. You know, there's a growth that comes through this rebirth of yourself, a cleansing that washes over you when you allow yourself to feel the way you feel. And how do you say? I said witness, don't identify. So understand, you know, when we are identifying with our negative or unpleasant feelings, over time, when we try to release those things, we can't let go of them because we feel so empty, and we feel so lost about who we are when we try to let go of them because we've identified with them for so long. So a simple trick to kind of start the process of stopping identifying with your emotions is to simply switch the way you talk about them. And so instead of saying, I am upset, I am angry, I am hurt, I am sad, you simply say, I feel this way. And then you can follow it up with some sort of positive or some sort of healing message. So I feel defeated and sad. However, I know that this is a temporary moment, and that I have the strength and perseverance to see this through. So, you know, you still have the expression of the emotion, the acknowledgement of it, and then you have this affirmation that uplifts you and gives you your personal agency and power back. And so just simply shifting the way you speak and think about these things is a great step forward to stopping identifying with them, because when it gets intertwined so heavily, that's when we get into these issues later in life where we're like, I'm a failure. I'm nothing. I didn't, I'm just this, that, and the other, whatever it may be. Everybody has their own personal limiting beliefs that they think about themselves, and they're different for everybody. But, I think you understand what I'm saying. Either way, in June, there's something that comes out of nowhere that you may go on a date, or you may have like some romantic interest. But there's somebody that really catches your eye. And you may have this tendency to play your cards close to your chest because you don't want to get hurt. You kind of have a little bit of trust issues, Kim. So it's hard for you to trust other people, or to let yourself open up in that way. But there's somebody that makes you kind of want to, or there's somebody that you're kind of loosely seeing. This could be the situation as well. There's someone you're kind of loosely seeing, or you're just kind of, maybe it's been a long time going and you kind of know this person, and every once in a while you guys kind of interact with each other. But there's something here that frustrates you about this. So I'm going to pull one more card for that. And this is in June. So kind of a new love interest, and then separately, somebody you already know or somebody you've been involved with. There's some sort of frustrating endeavor that happens. Oh, 10 of Pentacles. Okay, actually, no. This is the frustration happens with someone in your family. So a close loved one in the family. Maybe maybe it has to do with some sort of conversation or gathering or something regarding your mother, or their view on something. I'm not really sure here, but there's some sort of headbutting that happens with a person in the family that brings about a lot of frustration. You need to understand that just a different way of thinking may help. You may give you a different avenue into reaching a solution with that person. Separately from that, though, there is some sort of interaction with a person that you find very alluring. It doesn't say how that's going to go, but it does look like you open yourself up to that a bit. Just make sure you're not doing it to avoid the pain. So again, don't avoid your negative emotions, or I'm sorry, not negative, but unpleasant emotions, by just going and distracting yourself with something. That doesn't work either. That's still avoidance. Okay. July, it's you start to take steps forward toward a plan that it turns out as expected, as long as you remain diligent in your planning. So you have wise planning. You're a very actually organized person. I do see that, and you need to remain optimistic in regard to this, but because there's something you're passionate about, and you can do anything that you want to if you put your mind to it. So go after what you want. You're being asked to clear these blockages over the next couple months, and get through. There's something holding you back, someone in your family that you feel a lot of frustration around. Maybe it's been a long time coming, but it's going to come to a head. And then there's also this emotional fog from what happened with your mother. So those two things are keeping you from some sort of passionate endeavor that is really, it's brilliant. I see a bright future here with independence, financial success, but your ability to attract the helpful people that and the things that you want, and the outcome that you're looking for is really fogged, and there's a blockage. So you got to address these things first. That's the message I'm getting here. Let me see. Look at that magic. I always say this for this card. It's the universe is not so, like, of course it's beautiful, it's magnificent, it's magic, right? It's beautiful. It's not, it's really simple though. It literally works this way. Input, output. Input, output. That's it. And that's all it does. Like it's so it's really just a matter of that. If you look at your life and you look at things, it's like that you'll see that it really is just in whatever you're thinking or how you feel truly deep down inside. If you're not lying, as long as you're not lying to yourself, deep down inside, how you truly feel in is a reflection of your reality, is a reflection of that. And so you have the power to change it, and that's where our you got to take control of your agency again, Kim, because there's some magic waiting for you past these obstacles. Okay. You have nostalgia about the past. Understand slow and steady wins the race. You got the turtle here. So the rocking horse is nostalgia about the past situation, I believe, with your mother. Slow and steady wins the race. The turtle, you one foot in front of the other on this healing journey. Okay. um you're having a regeneration here, pine cone. There's some sort of regenerative energy that comes through, and it allows you to follow the treble clef note here, follow your heart's song and the things that you want, and look what that brings you. The palm tree, which is abundance. So that's financial success, abundance, and wealth. So you're I see a good future for you, but you got to do a little bit of the inner work first, and get out of this fog that you've been in for a bit. Okay. You can, and you'll get to a point where you can take great pride in the excellent work that you've done. Patience makes perfect. That's the message I'm getting. Patience makes perfect. Okay. Kim, that's all I have for you this evening.
Wow, that was great. Okay, I'm going to do Annette, but I do want to bring up Maddie's QR code, which I should have had there already, right?
That's okay.
There you go.
This is my QR code. If you scan it with your phone camera, or you, come back on the video and take a screenshot of it, either way, it'll take you to my booking site. You can print this out. You can make stickers, a t-shirt. You can make a banner. You can make flyers and pass it out all around your neighborhood and at work and everything. Tell everybody about it to book a reading with me. So I do a lot more than just tarot readings. So go ahead and check it out. There's a list of my services there, and I hope to hear from some of you.
That's great. Okay, Annette. There we go. Hi, Annette. Okay, I have extra cards for you, Annette. I'll tell you right now. The card that represents you is one that I usually get when somebody's really ready to let things go. I'm really ready to stop something, be finished, severing ties, I'm done. So I'm going to tell you that right now. I do have a little bit about juggling money, but I do have some money cards for you to tell you about in just a bit. Now let's talk about the future, because I don't want you to have fear about the future, because I do get that energy of fear, because it's showing me that you can do anything. It shows me that you do something really well, and it shows me that you're going to do fine. I mean, really good. So don't have fears about the future. They tell me you can take care of everything, you're capable. Anything that comes, I get that talent card of doing something really well and getting emotional joy. So I love this. And then the 10 of Pentacles for me is success over a lifetime. So don't fear what's coming ahead. Now, I know there's a little heartache I see in the past position. Let me see what I going to tell you what's going forward, though. I do feel like challenging a little bit, but I feel like that will flip to really being ready for something great to come into your life. I have a little bit of love also that is on your path. And I want to talk about money, because I get good news of money for you. I do get this card. You had a spirit here. And sometimes people can watch me and they know that I'm uncomfortable with my neck. So you did have a spirit come in, and the only one tonight for that. I do get a Queen of Cups. This can be you or someone else, but a Queen of Cups is very kind, devoted, loyal, loving, would be a good mom or good mom energy, nurturing, and also creative and intuitive. So I want to tell you that could be you or someone else, but it's just kind of showing me that. But what they're showing me that's ahead for you is a new stream of money. So more money coming in. Sometimes that means a project. Sometimes that means, an opportunity and an offer. I went ahead and took some more cards because I wanted to know a little bit more about what was coming ahead for you. I do get a partnership. I do get working well with people. And I do want to say, make sure you're watching your money, budgeting your money, saving your money. But it does tell me you're going to be doing fine. Don't fear what's ahead. All right. And that's your message for tonight. Thank you, Annette, for coming in.
That was lovely, Debbie. All
Thank
right,
you.
guys. So, if we didn't get to you this evening, we are so sorry, but we are here every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 6:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So, if we did not get to your question this evening, please return on Friday for Fluid Friday, and let us know. Get in here early at 6:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, and put your question in. Let us know you were here Wednesday or Monday, whatever it is, and we'll try to get to you. They are random selections, so we greatly apologize if we didn't get to, your question this evening. But try again on Friday, okay? And it'll be Fluid Friday, and we're gonna play What's in Your Cup, and we're gonna have a Friday Feuds poll. So make sure to join us.
Always fun. Okay, you guys. Thanks for coming in, and we will see you later.
All right,
Bye-bye.
bye.